Hello and welcome to a review of the Lumix 25mm f1.7 lens for the Panasonic Micro Four Thirds sensor. Now this is a 25mm in 2 times crop terms for the Micro Four Thirds sensor, so it's fairly zoomed in. Now right now I am using the 14 to 42mm kit lens. This is at about 20mm, so a bit more zoomed out. And in 3, 2, 1... And now we're on to the 25mm. So as you can see, the background is a lot more blurry, and this is probably the main reason you'd get this lens. Now I bought this a few months ago for about £150, so it's actually a really cheap lens compared to other prime lenses, which are about 200 to 300 it seems. Now I'm going to talk about the good things and bad things about this lens, and there are more good things than bad, so it's a really good lens, I've got to say. And the first thing that's fantastic is that I've noticed it's really sharp. I've got the Lumix G7 up here and it shoots in 4K, and this lens makes it available to actually shoot with a really crisp picture. Now the reasons why this lens are really crisp is because number one, when taking photos you can set your shutter speed really high. If you shoot at an aperture of 1.7, this means that if you have a shutter speed of 1/4000th, there is significantly less camera shake than that if you shoot at 100th. There are a few pieces of glass, less than that would be in a zoom lens. The fewer pieces of glass inside means that there's less distortion for the picture to come in. The glass is also really good quality. The glass still retains that crisp picture. Now the build is another thing I really like about this lens. Now when you hold it in the hand, it just feels like a premium product, like you've paid more than £150 for it. I'm not sure how robust it is, I don't really want to test it out, but it feels like it would withstand a few hits. Now one of my favourite things about this lens is the focus ring. It is as smooth as butter. You can just spend all day just sliding it around the lens. Now like I said before, the main reason you'd buy this lens is for number one, the blurry background that you get up here, and number two, the fact that it works well in low light conditions with the f1.7 aperture, which enables you to not have to bump up your ISO to make your video or pictures grainy, which is fantastic. Now of course, there are a few problems with this, and when I say a few problems, I mean a slightly major problem. And that is the fact that it does not have any kind of image stabilization inbuilt. Now, on most of the Lumix lenses, you get Mega OIS or Power OIS, where power is the better form of stabilization. Now this lens sadly has none of that, which means that shooting handheld can be fairly jittery, especially when you're moving. Now even I've used a cheap stabilizer, it sadly still doesn't produce very smooth video with this lens. Now for the pictures there isn't too much trouble as you're shooting at a lower shutter speed, but it can make your images slightly more blurry and takes away from the sharpness a little bit, but it's nothing particularly major. Another thing is that the autofocus is pretty much a pile of shit. Overall, I'm really happy with the purchase of this lens. It's definitely worth £150. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please smash that like button and subscribe for more videos here on the channel. Stay tuned, goodbye.